Hello, this is Ernest Burley Jr., your certified financial planner professional, your NFLPA registered financial advisor, your chartered financial consultant, your investment advisor representative. I hold the Series 6, 63, and Series 7 to offer our clients securities products across the country and services. And also, you're author of 2 books on money management, Easy as 1, 2, 3, and Money Management from Grade School to Grad School. These books are being used in various states by churches and other individuals to help teach money management principles, financial planning principles, insurance concepts, and things of that nature to individuals and to groups. So anywhere from like just money management classes to financial freedom classes, things of that nature. So, hey, call Amazon and buy them by the box load and give them to your friends and family members, your church members, your pastors, your employers, your coworkers, or what have you, and ask them to do the same, to go to Amazon and just buy the books out. I really appreciate those who've already done it, and I'm thanking those in advance who plan to buy the books, okay? Also, I'm a licensed insurance agent with over 30 years experience in the industry, and I've been in business for over 25 years, helping clients in the financial services and insurance arenas, okay? So now, I specialize in wealth management, also like investing, so IRAs. I do a lot of rollovers when people retire, and also like brokerage accounts, managed investment accounts, things of that nature, 401k plans, simple IRAs for business owners, and also asset protection, so protecting what you've already accumulated. You don't want it to dissipate, so protecting it, as well as asset growth, to strategize and try and get it to grow for you too. Financial planning, whether it be basic financial planning or comprehensive financial planning, all different types of insurance, so whether it be life insurance, long-term care, disability, home, auto, condo, renters, business policies, contractors, professional liability, churches, all different types of insurance plans and policies, okay? So we do that, and also athlete management. So on the NFL side, I'm an NFLPA registered player financial advisor. On the NBA side, I'm an NBPA certified player agent. So, hey, we can help you out in those arenas also. Okay. Now, the purpose of the podcast is to enlighten you and to empower you, to educate you with clear, concise, unbiased, objective information, so you can make some great decisions for yourself, for your family, for your church family, for your co-workers, your employers, whoever you're connected to. If you're trying to help them out and trying to help yourself out, that's what this podcast is for, okay? Now, today's podcast is going to be another quickie, all right? Today's podcast is titled 3 Key Reasons to Buy Permanent Life Insurance, okay? So just recently, I did a podcast on 3 key reasons to buy term life insurance, so we're just doing each one separately, okay? So like I stated in the previous podcast, 3 key reasons to buy term life insurance. Most responsible people understand and realize they should have some type of life insurance. You should have something, right? And like I said before, some people don't need life insurance for one reason or another. I've come across situations where people don't need life insurance. So I'm not one of those people that's always just pushing. I'm objective. I'm like, hey, I look at the total picture and see what fits your situation. So I've come across several clients that don't need life insurance for one reason or another, right? But that's not the norm. It's definitely not the norm. That's not the norm. Let's just put it that way. So what we're going to do here is not debate about who should have life insurance and who should not have life insurance. Like I said before, we're not going to do that. Today, we're going to discuss 3 key reasons why a person should consider permanent life insurance. So here we go. Reason number 1, you don't want to outlive your policy. Boom, there you go. Pretty simple, right? So if you need the policy for life, you need it indefinitely. There's no way around it. You need permanent life insurance, right? If you need that policy to be in place forever, and you need to secure coverage that you want to make sure that no matter how old you are, how much of a senior you get, that policy is enforced. There's no way around it. You need a permanent life insurance policy. That's reason number 1. You don't want to outlive your policy. Okay. Reason number 2, you want to lock in your premium and your benefit for life. So if you want that certainty about your life insurance policy regarding the premium never changing and the benefit amount never changing, you're like, okay, I got this $100,000 policy, it's $100 a month. and it's going to be that forever. If that's what you want, you need permanent life insurance. You don't have to worry about your premium changing. You don't have to worry about the benefit changing. You know that premium and that policy face value will stay the same for life. That's permanent life insurance. So you definitely need permanent life insurance if that fits you. Okay, that's reason number two. Reason number three, if you're older and you want or need life insurance, you should definitely have permanent life insurance. So I recommend clients, like when they're in their 50s and older, I recommend you really take serious consideration and look at permanent life insurance, especially when you get into your 60s and 70s. I mean, you need that permanent life insurance because you're going to want to know and we're going to want to have that peace of mind knowing that you'll definitely have coverage into your senior years. So when you're in your 50s and your 60s and older, you don't want to get some coverage and it's not going to be there in 10, 15, 20, 30 years, right? So you want to know that that policy is going to be there down the line. So if that's the case, you definitely want to have permanent life insurance. The older you get, the less options you have as far as that's concerned. So if you get into your 60s, 70s, then, I mean, you can squeeze out the term policy that you're able to get smaller and smaller. And then after the term, it's not going to be a good situation for you. So I recommend permanent life insurance for, clients as they get into their senior years. And I say 50 and older. I think you should really seriously start thinking about it in your 50s and definitely in your 60s and older, right? So, okay. And that's it. That's it for the podcast. Pretty quick. Now, I do have a quick note. Get the right type of permanent life insurance policy because there are several options out there and they each have their own little features that you need to be very, very aware of. So get the right type of permanent life insurance policy. Now, when you talk permanent life insurance policy, most people think right off the bat, whole life insurance. Whole life insurance is a great product. Okay, I'm in consensus with that. But it's not the only permanent life insurance policy, and it's not the best policy for everybody. So make sure that you get the right policy, the one that fits you, the permanent life insurance policy that fits you. That's my note, okay? My note to you. Now here's a bonus. Some people like the cash value feature and benefits of some of the permanent life insurance policy options out there. Now, I'm of the opinion that this should not be your primary reason to get a permanent life insurance policy. It shouldn't be for the cash value. That's my humble opinion, right? Everyone's different. Some people, that's why they're getting the policy for the cash value feature. Now, that's a small amount of the population, but I don't recommend that being your primary reason to get a permanent life insurance policy based on the cash value feature. I recommend it for the three key reasons I just mentioned, right? You don't want to outlive your policy. You want to lock in that premium and lock in that benefit so you know it's going to stay the same for your entire life. And you're maybe a little older, so you want to make sure you have that policy in your senior years. And another reason, I guess this is another bonus, I highly advocate them for children, for children and young adults, because the premium is so reasonable for that age group to have a permanent policy for like 60, 70, 80, 90 years, right? For a young person, the same premium and the same benefit and having the option to get more coverage later on down the line, which I've talked about that in previous podcasts. I highly advocate it for children and young adults too, but check out my podcast on that one. So that's it. That's it for today's podcast. I don't recommend it as being your primary reason to get the life insurance policy as the cash value feature. I just don't. And I've talked about that. I hate to even bring this up, but I talked about this in a previous podcast, which was titled Infinite Banking. So I did a podcast on infinite banking where I kind of talked about the infinite banking thing going on out there and things of that nature. So I don't think that should be the primary reason, but there are some people that can fit. If they have the cash available, they have all their other plans plotted out, they're totally situated with their comprehensive financial planning, and they have an extra bag of cash and they want to look into that. I can get that. I can understand that, but it's not for most people. Okay. And I'm going to end it there. I don't want to get into a deep conversation on that on today's podcast. That's not what today's podcast is about. So that's it. That's it. The three key reasons for you to consider or buy permanent life insurance. We just laid them out. Okay. Thank you guys for listening in. That's it for today's podcast. I really appreciate y'all listening every week. I ask that you forward this podcast to your friends, your family members, your church members, your employers, your coworkers, everyone across the globe. So these things can go viral. If all of my podcasts are on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is just my name, Ernest Burley Jr. So you can go in there, subscribe. So go to the channel, subscribe, and then click around on the various topics I have in there. Like I just mentioned, Infinite Bank is in there, right? Also, I talk about tax breaks. I talk about whether you should buy a car or lease a car, whether you should pay off your mortgage early or not, the difference between beneficiaries and wills and trusts. So a whole lot of different things I talk about on podcasts. So you can click around in there and check out the ones that you have an interest in, right? If you want to connect with me, very easy to do. You can just contact me at my my email address, which is my first name at my full name.com. So Ernest at Ernest Burley Jr. and Jr. is JR.com. Or you can call my firm, 301-262-2600. Again, that's 301-262-2600. Or you can email me or you can reach out to me or email me from my website, which is my name, either ernestburley.com or ernestburleyjr.com. And I have a lot of informative videos and just other information on my website too that I'm sure will help you out also, right? So that's it there. I really appreciate it. And I'm going to sign off. I really appreciate you guys coming in every week, checking out the podcast. I know some people are forwarding the podcast to others. I really appreciate that. People are subscribing. I really appreciate that. Buying the book. So please keep that going. And you can let me know if you have any questions on anything. Let's just reach out. Real simple. Okay. All right. I have to read off my disclosure since I did mention, being an investment advisor and all that kind of stuff. All right. So here we go. Burley Insurance and Financial Services, Inc., 13621 Annapolis Road in Bowie, Maryland, 20720. That's where my firm is located, right outside of DC, the nation's capital. But I have clients all across the country, like I say, every week. Okay. Securities and investment advisory services offered through the Next Financial Group, Inc., member FINRA and SIPC. Burley Insurance and Financial Group, Burley Insurance and Financial Services, Inc. is not an affiliate of Next Financial Group, Inc. This material is not intended as an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any security or other financial instrument. Past performance does not guarantee future performance. All the views are expressed are those of Ernest Burley Jr., that's me, and Burley Insurance and Financial Services, Inc., and not those of Next Financial Group, Inc. Next Financial Group, Inc. does not provide tax advice. And that's it for today's podcast. That's it for my disclosure. Thank you guys for listening in again. I appreciate it. Till next time, y'all be safe out there and y'all take care, okay?